action. I'll look at the Minimax starting lineup for pre-final A, and we will be back with Alex Goldschmidt tomorrow for E20. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, here is your starting lineup for Minimax pre-final A, 36 drivers. Now it gets interesting. Boris Lisan, pole position from Poland, undefeated so far, 3 wins out of 3. Matej Radenkovic from Belgium, P2, a win in the last heat race of the day yesterday. Then it's Jensen Burnett from Canada and Marcus Silkunas from Lithuania. Row number 3, Hugo Marti and Gage Korn representing Spain and the USA. Then Artemi Melnikov and Max Sadursky representing the Netherlands. Row 5, Jan Meissner and Rotislav Kostina, who's very quick but got a penalty yesterday. He starts 10th. Watch for him. George Nassar and Kyle Drysdale on row 6. Row 7, Christopher Al-Faghali from Lebanon and Petar Bogatinovski from North Macedonia. Mies Uban and Luca Houghton on row number 8. Row 9, Dieter Kamat and Matteo Berruti. Then Santino Panetta and Aikos Kermachi, Hungary and Austria, and Argentina rather. Nicholas Sovatsoglu from Greece, Siliket Sirimongol Kasi, Thailand, under 11, Ewan Charman, the Charmander, and Luis Alejandro Umana Sanchez on row 12. Row number 13 is Nicholas Casarino from Germany and Timothy Vladimirov from Ukraine, Lucas de Longchamp and Caden Higgins on row 14. These are now the drivers that need a miracle. Some of them have been automatically eliminated already. Alexander Van Meerven, Saitari Leitonen, Lawrence Anderson, Charles Goddard. This will probably be their last race in the Grand Finals. Doubtful any of these drivers on your screen are going to make it. Oliver Kerg is not with us. He has broken a bone in his hand, and we hope that Oliver is okay. Yun Hun Choi, Lorenzo Salazar Escamil and Jakob Kobera are your remaining starters. Now, the current standings, points rankings. Matteo Berruti is 35th in the point standings, and Marcel Zebo is 36th. Santino Panetta, who starts the number 109 kart from the inside of row 10, is the 37th place driver at the moment. He needs to score well to get in. He at the moment is level on points with Marcel Zebo, who's not in this race, he's in the next race, but Zebo takes the tiebreaker based on the fact that Zebo qualified 19th overall and Panetta qualified 20th overall. Look out in this race for the likes of Kermachi, Sovatsoglu, Siriman Golkase. They are all looking to get a good finish to to force their way into the top 36. Those looking rather nervous, 35th in points is Berruti, Kamat is 33rd, Houghton 31st, Uban 29th. So the stakes are raised. Minimax, pre-final 1. Oh, and there's someone slowing down. It's number 156. And it's a false start. What has gone wrong for Mies Uban? A spark plug cap. Look at him trying to get that spark plug cap going now. He can do that. You know, no one's helping him. He's trying to do his own mechanics to see if that spark plug cap has worked loose. Now let's try again. There's something on the top of the engine has come off. There's work loose. Oh no, Mies Uban, the Dutchman from the 12-year-old from Heerlen, second in this year's gold trophy, so he took one of the last tickets for this event. He was teetering on the brink. If he doesn't get going, he's not going to make the final. He's not got enough points. This is the drama. This is from elation to despair in the space of a split second. 30. We've also got Lawrence Anderson not out there. Nicholas Sovatsoglu doesn't seem to have started, and neither has Oliver Kirk. So Anderson and Sovatsoglu, hopefully they're okay. We have had a couple of injuries. There are the people in the VIP room balcony watching on keenly. The Dutch contingent hoping that Uban can get his kart restarted, but I don't think he can. So 32 karts. Nicholas Sovatsoglu, hope that Nicholas is okay. Lawrence Anderson from Denmark, hope Lawrence is okay. Oliver Kerg, I know, has broken a bone in his hand. He's here, but no longer racing. I'm looking, and it's back there, number 129, Jakub Kubera. Uban will not take the start. 32 drivers remain. Someone's going to benefit. One driver that's currently outside the top 36 is going to make their way in. Oh, we're slowing down an awful lot. We're going in an absolute crawl. Is Uban going to get back in? Where? I can't see the car. No. Oh, Uban kneels. The desolation for Mies Uban as the race gets underway. He can't even watch, and that was a tardy start, but we are going. There's going to be some start penalties after that one, I'm sure. Oh, it's two drivers spinning, three at the first corner. The tension rising and mistakes are being made. That was, oh, I can't quite see who that was. I think that, well, we'll catch up with those drivers as they come around, but leading the way, Boris Lisan, the Polish driver, number 130, undefeated so far from Srebrenica. He was 11 on Monday. For a birthday, this would be 3 wins, 3 heat races for Boris. The rest of the field tucking in behind. It looks like it was, he was slow on that first sector. Christopher Elfagali was one of the drivers that was spun around. So was Petar Bogatinovski. So one of the pre-race favourites, the Rotax International Trophy winner, Christopher Elfagali's got his work cut out for him now. The only driver from North Macedonia, the first driver from North Macedonia, also in trouble. Who else is dropping down the order as we go on to lap number 2 out of 10? Adita Kamat. So 3 drivers who at the start of this race had qualified for the final, now find themselves down at the back, and it's looking doubtful whether they'll make it in. They have a lot of work to do. Charles Goddard is 29th, Lisan leads from Marcus Silkunas, then it's Jensen Burnett. No, it's not. It's the Belgian driver Matija Radenkovic up into 3rd position, Burnett 4th, and the driver with the black, it's actually dark blue, but race suit and white crash helmet, that is number 141, Artemi Melnikov from Russia. The top 5 trying to break away with Nassar 6th, Sadursky 7th, Kostina in 8th, Marty 9th, Meissner in 10th, then Drysdale, Panetta, Gage Korn, and up 9 places already, Ewan Charman in cart number 123, making his bid to get into the final. So is Lucas de Longchamp from Team Canada, up from 27th to 15th. Charman in cart 123 was 45th in points coming into this race. De Longchamp 53rd. While De Longchamp is a long shot, Charman, if he carries on marching up the order, this could be one of the drivers that capitalises on Mies Uban's heartbreak. Such is this karting life. Lisan leads. Radenkovic up in the P2 now as they come through the corkscrew, up on the curbs for 3rd place driver Marcus Silkunas. See, with a gold crash helmet in 3rd position, but it looks gold, it's a rich yellow, the colour of yellow on the Lithuanian flag. Over the shoulder looks Lisan, just in case he needs to defend. He doesn't. May do soon, as Radenkovic has got help from Silkunas through the roller coaster section. Towards turn 5, and there's the move. Radenkovic on Lisan, Belgium lead Poland. Now this will be interesting. Boris Lisan has done a very good job of leading from the front. Now he's in a battle. How can he cope when he's got somebody in front of him and another driver nibbling away at his rear end? Marcus Silkunas in cart 162 is that driver. Oh, and Silkunas again up and over the curb. That unsettles the cart, and it's cost him a couple of cart lengths. It's going to cost him 3rd place. It's going to cost him 4th place because Artemi Melnikov and Jensen Burnett come through. Melnikov with the white crash helmet, then the white, black and red race suit of Canada's Jensen Burnett. And we've got a yellow flag at post 14, so somebody has gone off at about turn 12. I'm looking at, it's Lucas de Longchamp. All the hard work that de Longchamp did, and it's gone out of the window. De Longchamp out of the race. Now, behind this lead group, George Nassar is 6th. Then it is Rotax Kostina, Hugo Marti, Jan Meissner. Swiderski is 10th. Gage Korn has slipped to 11th. Drysdale 12th. Luca Houghton is 13th for Bahrain, the leading Bahrain driver in this race. Ewan Charman still 14th. Santino Panetta is next. Cinnamon Golkassi is up 6th place to 16th. Are we going to get a tie driver into the Minimax final? We shall see. Also gaining ground is number 144. That is the Colombian driver, Luis Sanchez. Casarino was next. Kimichachi down. Christopher Alfagali is only 23rd. He's going to make ground. No, he's 21st now. The red racer of Fagali, you can't quite see him on your screens, but he's battling for his grand final life now. So is Matteo Berruti, who's dropped to 23rd. He was the last driver in. Berruti was 35th in points coming into this, and he's not gaining ground as we've got a battle for the lead shaping up. Bogatinovski and Dieter Kamat also right down the order to the Longchamp running 29th. The 32 cars that started this race are all still running. Rudenkovic leads Lisan on lap 6 out of 10. Out of the corkscrew, down the hill towards turn number 12. Rudenkovic in the yellow and red of Belgium. Lisan in the white and red of Poland. Then the deep blue. Russia's Melnikov. Artemy Melnikov. Cart number 141, 12 years old, Russian champion, lives in Moscow, and we've now got a gaggle of 9 drivers, all in a row. Well, maybe that was 2, 4, 6, 7. Nassar in 7th place, with the black and gold in the UAE. Kostina from Poland 6th, Kunas 5th, and we get a cheeky little look there, Boris Lisan, he's sort of messing around with Rudenkovic's peripheral vision on the run down towards turn number 8. Further back, these still 7 drivers battling for the lead, and a slight gap back to Meissner and Martin, then a bigger gap back to Swiderski, Korn, Houghton, Charman, Panetta, Drysdale, and another gap back to Cinnamon Golkassi and 144 of Sanchez. We complete lap 7. See no defending from Rudenkovic. He's confident that Nissan will work with him. Rudenkovic knows if he starts defending now, that group of 7 will quickly become a group of 9, then a group of 11, then a group of 13, and then a group of everyone, and then he's in trouble because one mistake, he can go from 1st to 21st, like we saw in Micromax. Lisan, he has a little look now and again, but nothing serious. Change behind him, I think that was Burnett losing a place to Silkunas, so Silkunas up into 4th position now, and that has helped the top 2 as Melnikov, Burnett and Silkunas squabble over 3rd. It allows the top 2 to pull clear. As we say that, Rudenkovic starting to edge away slightly from Boris Lisan. Well, Rudenkovic, 2/3 and a 1st in his heat races. Lisan, undefeated so far, 3 wins out of 3 in the heats. Thomas Dolsomanis is also undefeated. Everyone else has lost at least once. No one else has won all their races so far. Are we going to see Lisan's undefeated streak come to an end? Well, none of he's got anything to do about it. But again, it's not a serious look. It's just sort of, you know, moving it around because the drivers they can hear the engines behind them, and if they hear the engine move, as we got carts 3 wide coming up the hill in towards turn 9, enter stage left there. They all somehow keep it straight. That's the battle for 5th place on back, and that battle is currently led by Rotaslav Kostina, who has got past Jensen Burnett. So it's Rudenkovic and Lisan, 1 and 2. Then Melnikov and Silkunas, 3 and 4. And then it's Burnett leading Burnett and Rostina leading the charge for 5th. Last lap, board goes out. Is Boris Lisan going to make a move, or will he sit behind Rudenkovic? At the moment, a 2nd place for Lisan should be enough to secure pole position for the final. So I think he's just going to let Rudenkovic take this one. See, kart racers are kart racers, never quite know what they're going to do. It's change for third. Melnikov repasses Silkunas. Melnikov in the white crash helmet, Silkunas in the yellow, up towards the corkscrew. Oh, and there was a little bit of nudging and pushing and barging there, side by side. Silkunas comes out in front. Melnikov thinks, I'm not having that, the old chestnut, and he comes back. The crossover at turn 12 is on for those two, but Belgium's Matej Radenkovic will take the checkered flag and the win. Lisan thumbs up. Radenkovic looking over his shoulder. Lisan going, good game, good game. I think Radenkovic knew that Lisan wasn't going to push and force the issue. Now they're flooding across the line behind, and a big, big celebration. Well done, that drive for the celebration. I believe that may have been, can't quite tell you, I think there was a 6 in it. Maybe Petar Bogatinovski. I should have a look. No, it was Nicholas Casarino in car 168, who was very happy because he just beat by 300ths of a second Caden Higgins and Alexander Van Meeuwen for 20th position. Well done, Nicholas Casarino. Why was he celebrating, you might ask? Well, because in the heat races, the German driver didn't finish any higher than 22nd. So he's not going to qualify for the final, but he ends his grand final journey this time with his best ever finish, and he was quite happy. So, Radenkovic takes the win. This is a provisional result. Looking at some of the drivers that right on the cusp. Top 11, Ewan Charman finished 13th from 23rd of the grid. Is that enough for Ewan? He started the race 45th in points, 10 points behind 36th place driver. But Serafis Uban, a couple of others, had a poor result. Now, further down the order, these are the drivers who are probably going to say goodbye to at the end of this race. Casarino, Higgins, Van der Meeuwen, Baruti. So Matteo Baruti in 23rd position. Ooh, that's going to be very, very tight indeed, because he started this race 35th in points, and that was the 20th, the 15th and the 22nd. He's just had his worst finish of the entire week when it counted most. Christopher Alfagali, nervous wait for Christopher, 18th. Here is your grid meanwhile for the second pre-final. Arata Endo from Japan and Julius Ochepa from Poland on row number 1. Tom Strella from Latvia and Matisse Karnajak from France are on row number 2. Then it's Dovydas Gudravicius from Lithuania and Yunya Kaneko from Japan. Scott Marsh from the UK and Thiago Falivene from Argentina go from row number 4. Nikita Sidyabok from Belarus and Alexander Klugel from Germany. And next, Yu Delu. No, I don't need Delu, I'm fine. He starts on row 6 alongside Mika van der Peyvert. It's Paul Grissel and Tom Langlois, and all French 7th row. 8th row, Salvador Trinidade and Masuki Inoue from Japan. Row number 9, Sebastian Bach from Denmark, Marcel Zebo. So, Zebo 36 in points. Everybody